What's up, guys? It's Arpyem. Today we're gonna make a bass patch and process it. I don't know. I'm just gonna record like myself making a bass patch, and you guys are gonna watch. So that's the deal. Today we're gonna use FM synthesis. Yeah, we're gonna use Citrus, and yeah. If you don't know how to use Citrus, and if you don't know what I'm doing, and it all looks like dark magic, it's gonna be okay because we're just making this bass together. If you want to know, then Google or type into YouTube seamless R, okay? Just the word seamless with an R at the end. And then he has a bunch of tutorials. And there are probably like a billion tutorials on it anyway, so just YouTube it. Google's your friend. I'm just going to make some stuff randomly. So, here we go. FM synthesis, let's do this. Alright, we just got a fat sub right now. I'm just gonna start with an LFO so I can hear what the modulation sounds like. Let's see. Yoy. This is loud. Oops. Crispy. One thing about making this stuff with Citrus. By the way, this is the reason you should be getting Citrus, because you can add these harmonics in customly. And I've only touched like a little piece of the look. This is the whole thing. Boom. Actually, it's not even the whole thing. Look, you have all these harmonics to add. Although, like up here, it's just like super high-endy that you don't even care about. But still, like the power's in your hand, bro. So I'm like getting all autistic right now. One sec. Alright, so it's just like a vocally yoy sound. I'm gonna keep working on it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm messing with the phase of the harmonics by doing this little bottom part. Just like changes the phase of the harmonics, and that makes really crazy sounds. Why is it doing that? Can't be doing that, dude. Okay, one sec. Let me check the old piano roll. Alright. pretty crazy. Sorry if that's annoying, but it's got to be done. All right, so I'm not gonna leave that as an LFO. Sorry, just had like a dyslexic seizure, I think. I'm going to obviously you saw me be able to, like, you can change the tone of the sound with this guy. I'm gonna make it so the X is the complete mod, so it's gonna act like a filter kinda. If you if you use Citrus, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, you could be completely lost and this could be dark magic to you. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Citrus is so crisp. Alright, I'm gonna take the LFO off. Get out of here. Make an automation clip for that. Make an automation clip for that. Put the pattern down. Oh, damn you. Put a pattern down. Make a random guy. Let's do this. Let's do some stabs. It's gonna sound really offbeat and crazy, but I don't care, 'cause I'm a rebel. Alright. It's gonna sound ridiculous. Like, actually just retarded. And then we'll just do this. That's gonna sound so weird. See that? See how that's completely flat there? It's fat and flat. That means I don't know if it's actually distorted, but that is exactly what distortion does. Like, if you distort the hell out of, like, your signal. And I'm pretty sure if I distort this patch too much, like the thing with Citrus patches is, like, you can't really distort them too much, else they'll start to sound like complete butt. And I don't know, man. Like, this is pretty loud. It's down here. Like, it's -22. It's almost like making, when you, like, do FM patches and you change the phase, it, like, distorts the wave by itself. I'm like not too knowledgeable about, like, the actual workings of distortion, but maybe it actually is distortion. I don't know. If anybody knows, just tell me in the comments. So now that's done. I'm gonna start processing this guy. Add some chorus. Alright, and then I'm going to camel fat it up, because camel fat is the only way. So there we go. Little bit of distortion never hurts. Alright, so like I usually like to make my bass patches really deep, but yeah, as you can tell, I can't talk today. If you raise the pitch up, you're gonna get that, like, high, like that mid crazy, vocally soundish, classic yoy sound. I'm gonna see if I can make this deep patch into something sweet with the magical vocodex. Oh god. That's pretty cool sounding. It's like that. Alright, so what I would do is I would take away this, leave that down. That's pretty badass, I like that. So what I'm going to do now is give it a little compression, keep everything stable. So we have to make a decision. Do I want to keep the organic low end of this bass, or do I want to bring in a dedicated sub? Because leaving this bass is low end like intact the way it is can be really useful for like accenting like the way the bass is, because it's like obviously like with FM you're getting some like weird harmonics in there, and it's not just one tone the whole time. The only problem with it is it can get a little dirty, especially with the citrus. You can get some really dirty low end, and then not the good kind of dirty either, the bad kind. And I don't know, like sometimes it just sounds like booty butt. So one thing you can do is either you can bring in a dedicated sub, or like one problem is since we're not filtering this out, like usually the low end will go away all the way, like the whole volume of the bass will go all the way down as it modulates the X and modulates the whole wave. But we can, sometimes it doesn't, and that's what's happening now. Like if you hear this, it's not completely following the envelope, the low end isn't. So what we can do is we can take a volume guy and then bring it down so that when we're near when the automation clip is near the bottom here, it's going to completely cut out the sound, and then we'll hear this. That'll give us much cleaner sound. It's much more crisp automation. I like that. We can keep this, I think. See, it's following the automation clip now. We'll just compress it a little bit, and then I'm centering the whole bass. Mid-time. What I did there was I just brought some saturation in, just saturated the tips of the wave here, the signal, and it just brings in some like crispiness to the bass. Not that it needs it anymore. Like, watch, ready? I would say it's a little more squelchy than crispy, actually. Sounds pretty crazy. Alright, so now we have a pretty crazy sound. What else can I do to this? Should probably EQ this guy, huh?